Yeah, it's nice to have the internet figured out so I can go live anytime. So now I want to go live all the time. Anyway, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 22. Amazon book categories. We had a question on the upload portion of the 5-Minute Focus episodes. And it gave, and somebody wondered about the categories. Yes, let's talk about categories on Amazon. During your upload process, you can select two. The two are very, very broad. They're the biggest, the category that's like leftmost in the chart, in the org chart. You upload your book, you select those two categories, you wait for it to go live, and then you can use booklink.com, categories 5, to figure out which categories Amazon has put your book into. You might have 2 listed, you should have 3 listed at least, and you might have as many as 12 or 20, but take care. When you look at those, you'll see some are ebook and some are book. Book is for paperbacks, so don't ask to get your ebook put into a paperback category. It will show there eventually, or just by magic, but don't ask. What you need to do, if you want to refine the categories, you're in paranormal romance and you'd rather be in just urban fantasy, some other YA academy, some different variations of those categories. You need to first know the categories you want to be in and the full string. Start with the ebook and then dance through the string. Ebook, young adult, action adventure / paranormal academy, whatever it might be. And then you copy those down, and I just put them into a Word document. And then you go to your KDP bookshelf and go down the help menu and then select Contact Amazon. And you'll be able to check email. You'll click through, you'll find where it says change the categories. Do that. It'll say, what's the ASIN? So you give them the ASIN of your book and say, here's the categories I'd like. If you give them more categories than they have already given you beyond 10, say they gave you 3 and you want 10 additional, you have to choose which 3 to do away with. Sometimes you only want one of those categories that they have selected, other times no. So understand, I usually just send an email with the 8 additional categories beyond the 2 very big genres that I've selected, and say, here's the additional categories. And sometimes they've emailed me back and said, well, it's already in 5 categories. Which ones do you want to change out? And they'll take it out of those categories and put it in with the new ones that you've selected. Make sure that you align fiction with fiction, nonfiction with nonfiction, unless there is a crossover, unless you're educating with your fiction a nonfiction topic. And I don't see any problem with that. Amazon has been more restrictive lately in categories. So understand that if you ask to be put in a YA category, but you have not selected an age range, YA being young adult, if you have not selected an age range, you'll have to do that before they'll change you into a category. If you select an age range, say 13 to 18 plus, which is young adult, if you go to 12 or under, then you get put into the children's category, even at 12, children's. And now that may not be where you want to be. So 13 and older, 15 and older. I've done 16 and up and still gotten some YA category love. So just understand, you may have to do some of those things. You may have to put in required keywords, but this is where Amazon is good in that they'll tell you, oh, you need to have this keyword in your keywords in order for us to put this book into that category. Hey, no problem. Let me adjust my keywords. Fix your keywords and reapply to get that one category. So you do it, you get 10 categories. So 2, replace, here's the ones I want. These are the categories that best represent the readership most likely to like my book. You don't want to niche it down so much that you can't necessarily target those readers. But this is Amazon, so maybe that is what you want to do. So sometimes I take 4 or 5 of the categories and I neck them down to the smallest group that will like my books. And this is what it's all about. Categories and genre is all about marketing. You don't need to find a super sub niche that has 3 readers in it just because, hey, this is my book. You find it, but that's one of your 10. You find the biggest categories that you can compete in that will have readers most likely to like your book. That's it. It's marketing. It's not this alignment of the genre gods or the stars. It's all about marketing when you're talking categories. You want to compete against books that are like your book, like your story, but yours is better because you're an indie and you wrote a great book, you got great feedback, and you need to sell it so you can keep working as an indie. Otherwise, hey, it's a tough business if you don't make any money. Market it. Genre equals marketing. Keep that in mind. 10 categories. Check booklink.com to see which categories your book is in. Refine them. Send a love note to KDP, and select your categories, and then go forth and conquer. Write that next book. All right. Thanks, everybody.